Hi YouTube, welcome back to this fourth video. I said in the last video that this video was going to be about configuring Laravel, but it's not. We're going to do a little hello world kind of script just first, just so you can kind of see something working, so we can see how we get a different page, and then we'll get on to configuring something. Because of the way that I've done this, because that we are in, because we're in sites Laravel and we've set up a alias here by adding an alias, Laravel doesn't quite work properly once you start adding new routes. So let me just get rid of that, and I'm going to show you this htaccess file. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. And I just actually want to make sure about something. So if I drag this in, sorry about that, just to make sure that it did actually work. So I had to have a little look around on the internet as to why that wasn't happening, and you need to just set the base. So in public htaccess, you need to add this line after this one, okay, and you just rewrite base /Laravel /public, because you have to kind of tell htaccess where you are. When you come to production, you might want to just put a little hash in front of that, or a big hash, and it should work normally from then on, but you probably would change the configuration in here anyway, just so you could get rid of the public folder. Okay, so add this first now and save it, and then we're going to add a route. And you can see here I've added one here called test, and it's not hello world, it's yo dude, like that. So we'll just type this out so I can explain it as it goes along. So we're going to the root class and we're doing the get method, so you can also have post, but we're going to say get, because we're not using any post data. And let's make hello, okay, and then we'll just add the semicolon there so I don't forget it, and then comma, and then we're going to add a function like that. And I always put my girlies at the end of the function there, whereas Laravel, apparently that's not allowed and they do it that way. So I'm afraid, if you don't like that, then tough. That's the way I do it. I don't do it that way. It's just because I like to look at the bracket and then go straight up and find my first line. So, and in here we're going to echo out yo dude, like that, and then save the file, and let's see what happens when we go to /public hello. We get yo dude, like that. So very good. So this is just you know, running an echo, which you wouldn't normally do, but it tests your route for you. So let's make a view and return that. So if we go to our app, I just want to close these down, and we go to our views, you can see here we have a hello PHP. So let's close that up so we don't get confused, and in our views we shall make a new file, and we yo-dude.php. We get the format in. Let's put some HTML stuff out. HTML. Body. Let's make a header. I'm presuming you already know a fair amount of HTML, or at least some. If you don't, then go to W3 Schools, search that on the internet and complete the HTML course on there, and you will, and the CSS one as well. So let's go yo-dude, like that. Okay, so now we need to output our yo-dude from this root. So all we're going to do here is we're going to delete this. If we press Shift and delete, and then we will return view make, and then it's the name of the file without the PHP at the end. So we called it yo-dude, I believe. End the line. And then let's have a look at, is it still hello? Yeah, so let's refresh this, and now we have a h1 tag. So if you see there, now what happens if we want to use a controller for this? Well, let's use the pre-made controller that we get with this. So if we go to controllers and look at the home controller, and you can see here it's giving you an example of how we do this. So I will view this in 2 columns. I'm going to put this one over here, and I'm just going to press Control KB just to get rid of that side bar there. Okay, so in our get hello, we want to just give the name of the controller and the method in the controller that we want. So we shall make a new method here, public function, and if you are unfamiliar with using the word method, if you're not from an object orientated background so far, we say method instead of functions when we're doing this inside a class, but you still write function, but it's called a method. We'll get into that a bit further along the line. So public function, and we shall call this my fist my first method. Okay, we're not going to pass anything this time. Okay, and we're going to, I'm just going to cheat and copy this, and we're going to put out yo-dude.php again, yo-dude, and then let's change this so you can tell that it's real. So this is now from a controller. Okay, and we'll change this to yo-dude. And then our roots, we just pass it as a string. So we say my first method, and then we use an @ symbol to pick out the controller that we want, the method that we want, sorry. So I'm actually doing this wrong. I want to say the class first, so home controller first. Whoops. So that in there, home controller, and my first method we want. So if you understand what's going on, we're saying when we have a get request for /hello, we want the home controller class, okay, and we want the my first method, and whatever we've put in there is what's going to happen. Okay, so let's give it a whirl and see what we've got. Yo dude, this is now from a controller. So have a play with that and then move on to the next video, where I promise we will get on to configuring Laravel so we can start talking to the database. Okay, so thanks for watching. Remember to like and share and all that business, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.